Alrighty, so I'm in game and I just died to a bot Frank. Sick. Alright, let's see if it works. It's not working, bro. I'm not even running the fucking cheat. What the fuck? Alright, let's see if it works. Yes. Look at that, dude. I'm fucking bouncing, dude. Aloha, my dudes. Welcome to this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're washing your hands, staying safe. So this video is going to be CSGO bhop from scratch. Super simple video, super easy. I'm going to make sure, beginners can follow along, So as usual, source code is going to be down below my Patreon, $5. You get access to all my source code from every single one of my videos. I've recently been eligible for YouTube membership program or whatever it's called. So I might transfer to that. So instead of doing Patreon, I'll do like a membership through YouTube thing. So I feel like that would be easier. I do actually earn less revenue if I do it like that, but you guys get way more out of it. Like you'll be able to get emotes, like badges and stuff like that. And I'll give the same perks as Patreon. So like you get access to source code, special roles in my Discord and stuff like that. Speaking of Discord, link down below, join my Discord server. It's full of brain dead pasters and there's about a handful of like pretty funny people in there. So, hop in there. You can ask for help. You're probably going to get trolled. So go have a fucking laugh, mate. Let's get into the video. So, yeah, I'm going to make a class here. I'm going to make a process class, which is going to have functions and shit to get like the handle to the process and read and write memory and stuff like that. So I zoomed in a fuck ton so you guys can like do this. You guys can just copy this right out the video. Yeah, so first thing I'm going to start with is just the includes, right? So we're going to include Windows, TL help 32 and IO stream. So that's all the includes. We're going to do using namespace std. And then we're going to make the class. All right, so I'm going to just call it process. And this should work for the way I'm making it is so that it's like plug and play, you just put in a certain window name, like whatever window you want to hack, whatever process, and it'll, apply the same, it'll work the same for each process, right? So yeah, that's what I'm aiming for here. And I'm going to do the variables. Okay, and then I'll do the constructor. So variables, we're going to need the process ID. Okay, that's going to be a D word. Then we're going to need a handle to the process, right? So that's going to be process handle. And then the window name, right? That's the parameter we want. And that's all we're going to need to pretty much construct this class. So let's do the constructor. So all we're going to need, like I said, is that window name. And that's it. We're going to be able to do all the work from there. So we're going to store the window name first in case, I don't know, the user wants to access that name from the class object. And then we're going to get a handle, I think, right? Or get the process ID actually. So get window thread process ID. And this might look a bit messy, but I'm just going to one line it by doing these function calls inside the parameters. So, we're going to do find window A and then the class name, which is going to be null, and then the window name, which is going to be this window. Window name equals the parameter. All right, cool. So that's going to be that. And then next thing, which is going to be the where we want to store it. So we want to store the process ID from this function into this process ID. Cool. That should be it. Is there any errors? This is an error. Cool. Oh yeah, so we want to do .c_str. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's going to work. After that, we're going to get the handle. So we're going to store it in this process handle. And the way we're going to get that is open process. Desired access is going to be process all access. Parent handle null. and the process ID is going to be this process ID. So that should be it for the constructor. So we've gotten the process ID, and then we get the handle, and that's it. We've initialized all these variables. Cool. So now we're going to do the write process memory and read process memory. It's going to be templates, so you can pass like whatever data type you want to use. Start with write process memory. That's going to take whatever data type it is, the value of it, and then the address. Cool. So what we're going to do here is just call write process memory. Handle. Typecast here to a p void. Address buffer is going to be null, I think. The buffer is going to be the value, size of the data type, and null. Cool. So that's it for that wrapper. Next we're going to do read process memory. So it's going to be pretty much the same thing, but it's going to call read process memory. So I'm going to call it RPM, and what it's going to take is just the address, whatever address you want to read. And then it's going to return the value of that address. So we're going to need a buffer here, whatever data type it is, and then we're going to call read process memory. Void again for the address. Buffer is going to be the buffer we just made. The size is going to be size of data type. And then I'm just going to pass null for the last one. And now we've read it, so now we want to return whatever we read, which is going to be buffer. Right. Cool. Alright, so that's read process memory, write process memory done. The constructor's done. Now we're going to need to make a function to get the base address of a desired module. So we're going to use this to get the base address of client panorama.dll, and that's what we used for the offsets to get like local player and shit. So we're going to need to make module snapshot, set it to invalid handle. Then we're going to try and initialize it. Okay, cool. So we've initialized it. Now we're going to just check if it worked. Okay, so if it's invalid, we're just going to output that. We're going to say fail to take snapshot of modules, end line. We're going to close handle module snapshot and then return 0. Cool. So if it did work, we're going to keep going. So we're going to do module entry now. So module entry 32. We're going to set the size first. Alright. So now we're going to iterate that snapshot, the module snapshot. So we're going to use module 32 first to go check the first one. We're going to use the snapshot. And we're going to store the data in module entry. Cool. Alright, so if that works, then we're gonna do a string compare. So we're saying module name, module entry, cool. So if the module name, whatever module we're looking for here, is equal to first module here, we're gonna continue. So it's the one we found, so we're just gonna say found module name with base address x pass to d word module entry base address, and then end the line. Cool. Yep, cool. Alright, so we've outputted it, then we're going to close handle snapshot and then return base address. Yep, that's it. Cool. That's only if it's like the first one, otherwise we're going to do a bit of a loop here. So if it's not the first one, we're going to loop through the rest. So we're going to say module 32 next. Same parameters. Oh. So while we can keep iterating this snapshot, we're going to pretty much do the same check, the exact same. So I'm going to copy this. Yeah, cool. So yeah, it should work. It's the exact same. Yeah. All right. So that means we've looped through it. We found it. If we do find it, it'll return. So basically, if the program gets to down here, it means it hasn't found it, right? So we want to say couldn't find it. I'm gonna say couldn't find module. Can't be fucked typing the rest. Alright, cool. And then close the handle. And then I'm just gonna return 0, I guess. So that's the get module function. That should be it for the class. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the bulk of the coding for this. So once you got all that done, head over to the main CPP file, and we're pretty much just going to code the cheat now. So I'm going to say include our process header file there, and then I'm going to say include, actually, oh, fuck. All right, so I'm going to also make a file for the offsets, right? Because you need offsets for this external cheat. So I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to call it csgo.hp, and this is pretty much going to be the file from Haze Dumper. So I'm going to use offsets from Haze Dumper just to make this super easy. Usually you can go on this GitHub and they update it as fast as they can. Today there was actually an update for CSGO and they haven't updated it yet. So I just went on the unknown cheats page and I downloaded the actual executable that dumps the offsets, and I set up the config file and stuff. So I pretty much dumped the offsets for today, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to paste it from my other project here because I've already coded this. These are the offsets. By the time you're watching this, it's probably updated on the GitHub, so I'll link it down below. You guys can just go here. If it's not updated, then all you got to do is go on this release page here, download the file. It's going to be an exe, and then download this csgo.json file, and you put this file with that exe. Run the exe with csgo open. It'll dump all the offsets for you. It'll create a csgo.hpp file, and then you can just drag and drop that or copy paste it into this project here. It'll look the exact same, and I should update the offset. So every time there's a game update, you're going to want to do that. You either copy it off the GitHub here, by going on csgo.hpp. If it's not updated, then you got to do it yourself, or just wait till they update it. Okay, cool. So we got the offsets up. Now we're just going to code the main yeah, so now we're just going to code the cheat. So once we've got that csgo.hpp here, we're going to include it to get the offsets. And then for bhop, I'm just going to define this value here, fl on ground to 257. Okay, so the flags in csgo, the player stance flags or whatever it's called, basically if the player's on the ground, the value is going to be 257. If they're in the air, then it's going to be 256. Okay, so basically what our bhop's going to do is we're going to check this value here, the player stance value, and we're going to say, does it equal this? Are we on the ground? If we are, we're going to jump. If we're not on the ground, we're not going to jump, right? So basically what that means is every time we touch the ground, we're going to jump instantly, which is making a bhop hack, right? So that's what our hack's going to be doing. And yeah, so let's start the main function here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make a object here for the process, from the process class. I'm just going to call it csgo because that's the process we're attaching to. So you just want to pass the window name. So the way you find the window name is, you just hover over it and you see the window name right up here. So yeah, it's going to be Counter-Strike space global offensive. It's got to be the exact same as the window name, otherwise it won't work. So you want to make sure you get this right. Once we do that, we can get the base address. So we're just going to use functions from the class. So we're going to say base address equals get module, and we're going to need to typecast it to an lpstr, and we want client underscore panorama.dll. Okay, and this is the base address which we're going to use for the offsets, right? All right, so once we've done that, we're going to make some local variables here. We're going to need the local player and the local flags, which is going to tell us whether we're on the ground or not. And then we're just going to do a while loop. I'm just going to say while true, which means it's going to run this loop infinitely. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the local player by using RPM. We're gonna, all right, so we're gonna use a D word here. That's gonna be base address plus, we're gonna go haze dumper, signatures I think, and then local player. Yep, DW local player. So that's gonna be the offset we're using. All right, so I misspelt this. That, and that's going to work now. All right, cool. Next we're going to set the local flags. So same thing, use RPM. It's going to be an int local player plus haze dumper. It's going to be a net var, so we're going to go into net vars this time, and I'm just going to do flags. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So that's it. And then I'm going to say if the flags is equal to this thing that we defined up here. So if we're on the ground, and if we're pressing space, right? Because you only want to do bhop when you're holding space. So it's the function is not coming up. There it is. Cool. So we're just going to say vk underscore space. And I'm going to do and 0x8000, and then yeah, cool. So if we're on the ground and if we're holding space, we're going to do this. So we're going to use write process memory now, and we're going to write a bool actually, and we're going to say we want to set it to true, and what we're setting is base address plus haze dumper. Net var I think, or it's actually a signature, and that's going to be force jump, right? So we're going to force our character to jump, and then we're going to copy that I'm gonna say sleep like 25 or something. Yeah, gonna sleep a bit. And then I'm gonna do it again, set it to false so that we jump, wait a bit, set it to false. Okay, wait till we're off the ground pretty much. All right, that should be it. I'm gonna build it and check if it works. Oh, we got some error. Process whatever must return a value. Gotcha, this is meant to be a void, so I don't know why I said that. That's just cool. Alright, cool. So I fixed that. Sorry if you guys got that problem too. So yeah, make sure this is a void because we're not returning anything. And yeah, alright, it should work now. Cool, so it built. I'm going to run CSGO, see if it works. Alrighty, so I'm in game and I just died to a bot Frank. Alright, let's see if it works. It's not working, bro. I'm not even running the fucking cheat. What the fuck? Alright, let's see if it works. Yes, look at that, dude. I'm fucking bouncing, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking sick, dude. Alrighty, well, if you guys enjoyed that video, leave a like. You know, it really helps me out. It makes me feel happy and good inside. Also subscribe, hit that bell, even though I never upload. It's crazy. But next upload is going to be a 5k subs, so I'll see you in 6 months. Thanks for watching. Let me know if I should do the YouTube membership thing. If so, leave some ideas down below for perks and tier names. Love you guys. I'm never coming back. See you soon.